Did you know that Kafka already has an amazing partner in Honkai Star Rail that you can get prepped up already before she comes out? Well, that partner is going to be Sampo, and I know he's a character that not a lot of people have really looked at prior to seeing Kafka's details and seeing what she does. But these two characters are going to work extremely well together, and I'm just going to go over what Sampo does and how it's really going to mesh together super well with Kafka. But before I get into that, if you're interested in Honkai Star Rail content and want to see more from me, definitely be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. So yeah, the main thing with Sampo and Kafka is that they both are able to enable parts of their kits, especially Sampo's kit, having been a release character, that weren't really able to be that abusable. So just to go over some of the stuff that Sampo does. So since Sampo is a wind character, his main DoT is going to be Wind Shear, and his talent makes it so that he has a base chance of inflicting Wind Shear for 3 turns on any of his attacks, whether it be his basic attack or his skill or his ultimate. And Wind Shear can stack up to 5 times. The more stacks you have, the more damage you're gonna do per proc of the Wind Shear. Then we get onto Sampo's skill, and his skill allows him to attack 1 enemy and 4 random enemies. So that ends up being 5 chances to inflict Wind Shear, and if you're only fighting 1 enemy, then all 5 attacks are going to go to that 1 enemy. So you could very well get 5 stacks of Wind Shear just right off the bat from his skill, which is very good, because he definitely does want you to stack up that DoT. Then with Sampo's ultimate, he has a 100% base chance to increase the DoT taken by targets for 2 turns, which is really huge because this is just going to allow him and other DoT characters to just get more off of their DoT just because of Sampo's ult, which is definitely really great. And I also want to put a little spotlight to the light cone I've been running on my Sampo, the Fermata light cone, which you can get from the Forgotten Hall shop. It increases the DoT from Wind Shear and Shock, which is perfect for when we're talking about Sampo and Kafka, because those are the exact DoTs that they're going to inflict on the enemy. So that's definitely going to be a great option for either of them. I am running a little low on Nihility Light Cone, so I might end up buying a second Fermata and putting it on my Kafka as well, but I'll see what I end up doing for that. But the reason why these two are going to work so well together, I mean, for one, they both are DoT characters, and the DoT team comp is finally going to be possible once Kafka comes out, along with Luka, Sampo. But also the fact that their kits just really work together, because Sampo will be able to boost Kafka's shock damage and also Luka's bleed damage with his ultimate, increasing the DoT taken by targets. And then Kafka with her skill, she's going to be able to detonate all the DoT damage that's on an enemy. It'll be at a smaller percentage, I'm pretty sure, but than the normal damage, but being able to have that damage proc in another part of the battle, not just when the enemy is going to take their turn, is really huge. And pairing that with the Fermata Light Cone, that'll increase Shock and Wind Shear, you're just going to be able to do a lot of damage. And I feel like we're absolutely going to start seeing similar instances to the Nihility Path in Simulated Universe, because if you've used the Nihility Path, if you build that up properly in Simulated Universe right now, you do a lot of DoT there. So being able to have that kind of playstyle, maybe not to the same effect, because Simulated Universe is very much not what it's going to look like in other aspects of the game, but having the option to have more DoT and having characters that can actually amplify each other is going to be really good for this team comp. And sure, it still is a very, very much a niche in terms of team comps. I think a lot of people are still probably in the long run going to be running the more traditional team comps where you just have a single main DPS and then you support them properly. Whereas the DoT team, if most of the team members are being able to inflict DoT, boost each other's DoT, the team just ends up becoming very cohesive. And because Kafka's banner is going to have Sampo and Luka on it, you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have a Sampo yet. If you're going to summon for Kafka, you are more than likely going to pull yourself a Sampo as well. and also a Luka. So you're going to be able to be all ready for this team. You're definitely going to have to invest a bit for them, but to get them built up and stuff like that, but I think it will absolutely be worth it. But yeah, that is my thoughts on Sampo. Let me know what you all think of him in the comments down below. I do think he's going to work extremely well with Kafka. I'm really excited to test him out with her. But if you enjoyed the video and haven't already, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all next time.